Welcome back to Two Converts. We're going to discuss some points from President Oak's talk at the closing session of General Conference. And the first thing we're going to tackle is his statement about how we're not announcing any more new temples at General Conference and that he has the buy-in from the whole 12 on this topic. Jason, what are your thoughts on that?
Uh, it's keeping us in suspense. I think I think we need to lean into the temples that we do have, right? Let's worship at the temples that we do have and show the Lord our faith.
I think it's interesting because I was reviewing the numbers. I was curious about it. There's supposedly, not supposedly, I think there's roughly 300 temples that are either open, dedicated, or being planned on. And we've got, I think, roughly 208, I think it was, temples that have been dedicated and in operation. Again, I could be wrong here, but I think it was around 110, and maybe it's 400 total temples, but I think it's around 110 right now that have been announced that aren't even being worked on. And so that's a lot of temples. I mean, these are big, expensive buildings and complex buildings that require lots of attention. And so it makes sense that you kind of pump the brakes on the new announcement and really dig into construction on these other ones. So I've got no problem with it at all. I know that it was a little tradition, and President Oaks kind of gave his hat tip to President Nelson on how he really enjoyed doing that. But it makes a lot of sense to kind of circle the wagons on the current temples and get them going. So,
Yeah,
so that's our thoughts on that.
absolutely.